Welcome to the Big Bash. It's the World Series preview.
If you've ever listened to the Dan Patrick radio show, you've probably heard of him.
Let's bring in Chris in Syracuse right now. Hi, Chris.
Hey, thanks, Dan.
Not a show goes by without the host taking a call from Chris in Syracuse.
I'm just very vigilant about getting through, and I almost feel like I kind of represent all the callers.
His place could double as a museum of sports memorabilia of all his favorite teams. Chris first called the radio show in 2007, and the producers put him on the air to talk about the show's poll question. So he decided to call the next day, and then again after that.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Dan. On the poll question...
Pretty soon, Chris gained a following in the locker room section of the show's website.
They started noticing that Chris called in almost the same time every day, and they would be like, there he is, Chris in Syracuse, and someone called him CIS.
So who is Chris in Syracuse? Nobody knows, and Chris wants to keep it that way.
I just love the Dan Patrick Show. I love participating in it. I'm just one part of Dan Nation, and really, I do feel like I'm representing all the bloggers and all the people on the internet.
Whether it's listening on the radio or watching his favorite team at a local sports bar, Chris says he always has a full passion bucket for the teams that he roots for. And while his voice is heard by millions every day on the radio, even the show's staff is okay with Chris's anonymity.
We kind of like Chris's role as this mysterious guy out of Syracuse who you don't know where he lives or who he lives with or what he does for a living. He's kind of like the Kramer of the Dan Patrick Show. I don't even know his last name.
The staff has joked about having Chris come fill in for the host sometime, but Chris says he has no plans to go into radio. But if he did, he might consider changing his name to Chris in Syracuse, since that is how people know him best. In Syracuse, Andy Madison, News 10 Now.